Yeah. Give me a countdown. Hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. We're live at the pre-match show ahead of Ludogorets. If you haven't seen us before, we are the most hated YouTube channel in North Liverpool, at least Twitter comments, to be believed. So if you're watching and you're from there and you don't like us very much, then it's good to know that you've got this amount of spare time on your hands. Chris, the Champions League.
It's back, finally.
I'm buzzing, mate. We were obviously we've done a lot on the Champions League return. We did the draw live. We did the build up this week, which you missed because you were in pieces. Yeah, Chris, if you didn't know, completed Tough Mudder at the weekend. So it was just a broken. He's more. You're more of a man than I'll ever be, and yet the day after, just not a man. Not a man at all.
Like, fucking hell, I was goose, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely goose.
Let us know your thoughts ahead of this game. Obviously, we're going to take some of your comments in a minute. Use the comment section next to the video on YouTube or Facebook or tweet us at the Redmen TV. Just one little one I got here from Oscar Tid, first and foremost. Mella, lovely cushion header to Gerrard! Oh, you beauty! Yeah, let's hope for a few more of those moments. It's amazing, isn't it, about the Champions League? And I get goosebumps just thinking about that kind of stuff. And it's on 5 years out of the competition. I've forgotten how important the Champions League was to me. Life.
I just can't wait to hear that music. Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about, isn't it? Yeah. And I've not heard it for 5 years because I haven't watched the Champions League really. I've watched a couple of finals, not even all of them.
Yeah. I was saying this to you. I think I was saying this the other day. I've watched some finals. I've watched bits and pieces. I watched a little bit of Man United being dreadful last season because I needed it to perk myself up a touch. But by and large, no, not watched it. And you're right. It's funny about the Champions League music because I actually never used to like it, but it's this absence makes the heart grow fonder or whatever it is, because totally. I am going to be like a little fucking school kid when they start singing that.
But you know what's singing a random fucking thing? Raheem Sterling was 10 when Gerrard lifted the cup. How fucking nuts is that?
The thing, funny if you're watching this, it'd be interesting to know how old were you when we won the European Cup in 2005? Because I was in my prime. Going back to 2005, God, we were 22, something like that, and that was it. That was the fucking greatest moment in my life, and it's mad to think it's
been downhill.
Well, absolutely, why wouldn't it be? It threatened to peak again in 2007, but not quite. But no, the thing of it is, because we got to the final again.
Okay,
come on, mate. Fucking hell. I know, to be fair, most of us have expunged that game from our memories. I just remember Jermaine Pennant being good for a bit, and that's it. That's all I
remember that game.
No, and there's some images of Hicks and Gillette shaking hands after the game. But the thing is that, like I said, it's such a monumental part of my growing up and my life and everything. And I remember saying at the time, we all said, Carragher said and Gerrard said, we've all heard these stories from our dads and all that about our Liverpool being successful and being the kings of Europe in the 70s and 80s. Now we've got our own stories, but it's mad that there's now a generation of Liverpool fans. It's 10 years. So you've got 18-year-olds who were 8 when that game's on, which is just,
it's bonkers,
mad.
Isn't it?
And for them, and if you're that age, this is going to be even better for you because you love growing up on those stories as well, and now hopefully Liverpool get to give you some stories of their own. Fucking brilliant. But let us know your thoughts on it.
And they can drink now.
And you can have a better beer as well.
Definitely. Go to town and have a beer, man.
Yeah, which definitely helps. I've got a really weird, this is not comfortable at all. It's yeah, I know.
I've got the team that last played in the Champions League here for us, actually.
Yeah.
Fucking Diego Cavalieri in goal. Stephen Darby right back. Skirtle, Agger and Insua. Mascherano and Aquilani centre mid. Benayoun, Gerrard, Dossena and Dirk Kuyt leading the line up front.
What a world. It's amazing.
Times have changed. Well, it got better.
Yeah,
they really have got better.
Well, by and large, it's still a weird thing. I think there's still certain question marks over some of the players we've got now because we bought a lot of new players, and we saw that the weekend, didn't we? Clearly talented players, but probably need a little bit of time to gel. But when you look at Diego Cavalieri in goal, that kind of Stephen Darby, I really like Stephen Darby, but Flano's better. And to be fair, I don't think he's actually. I think he's probably second-ish choice right back at the club at the moment. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Manquillo, I think, hasn't really put a foot wrong, has he? So deserves his place. And I think when Flanagan gets back and Glenn Johnson gets back as well, he's going to struggle getting back on the side.
Yeah, little comment here. Oscar Tid again. Not even Adrian Chiles can spoil the excitement tonight. We'll see about that. let's we'll have to test the theory, like, but he is an excitement spoiler if ever there was one. Okay, let's see how we get to work on Ben Burn. Ricky Lambert to score a scorpion kick from the halfway line all the way from hell. I don't know where to go with that. Yeah, John Lennon back from the dead says Skirtle isn't fit for tonight, lads. Yeah. Yeah, Peter Thompson said we're so much better in the diamond.
Side anyway, but I think we are better in the diamond though. That's fucking.
But if we're going in the diamond, does Ricky Lambert start?
If he's fit enough to, yeah.
Why wouldn't he be fit enough?
Well, he's not played 90 minutes for us yet, so there's nothing to suggest he can get through it.
Yeah, but that's start a different question, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. I definitely think Lambert should start. Like, I think he did more than Barini when the two of them came on, in fairness. So. Yeah. And there's loads of people out there shouting for Barini to get a game. I didn't see anything from him at the weekend.
I was impressed, and and you know me, I'm a glass half full kind of individual. Like, the thing about Barini, he was trying to get in behind, he was trying to make little runs, and that's, you know, to be fair, that's like what centre forwards should be doing. But if he doesn't get the service and what have you, how is he to impress is the question. I wasn't thrilled with the prospect of bringing him and Lambert on per se, like, but you know, we said this before. Look, if Barini wants to be at Liverpool, then he's got to impress, or he's out. You know what I mean? Eventually, the decision's going to be taken out of his hands, and he's clung on for dear life. Look, perfect example of this. You know, everyone's going on about Jordan Henderson, the moment vice captain. 2 years ago, he was offered the chance to go and speak to Fulham.
Yeah. And
he chose to stay at Liverpool, and you know, look at what he's become since then.
It's true, and you know, I said it on today's news update video, is that Jordan Henderson is an example to every single player at Liverpool Football Club at the moment, because of 2 years ago what he went through. And it's not just like Barini, it's people like Phil Coutinho and stuff like that. The fans they're on the cusp, I think, with Phil Coutinho at the moment. I think so, yeah. I don't think he's done enough since the starts the Premier League this year to warrant his place in the side, and I think a lot of fans feel the same way. You know, there's other players around the squad as well who just need to improve, and he's the example to follow, isn't he? If you work hard and you apply yourself and you're a model professional both on and off the pitch, the fans will get behind you, and the manager will get behind you.
Well, I was asked the question because I was talking about Henderson and the performance he put in against Aston Villa, and I said that was a vice captain performance all over, and I was asked the question, what is a vice captain performance? And the fact was, he covered every blade of grass on that pitch. He instigated so much of the play we did. He even added Gerrard's Hollywood balls to his sort of repertoire as well. So he was just doing everything, and as you say, it's that level of inspiration. You've got different types of, you know, sort of leader, haven't you, on the pitch? You've got your Jamie Carragher's who just screech in people's ears. You know what I mean? Like the proper old school centre back captain. You've got your Gerrard's who's just leader by example, and I think he used to be that player, didn't he? Cover every single blade of grass, but also just by being the best player on the pitch sometimes. Right. Similarly, like Alan Shearer, just like he's the best player. He's a talisman. Let's give him the captain's armband. I think Henderson fits more into like what Gerrard was, and I like that because you can't. You'd feel embarrassed having your hands on your hips on the pitch while Jordan Henderson's running circles around you, wouldn't you?
Definitely, yeah. You know, he does work so fucking hard, doesn't he, at the end of the day, and he is just such an example, and you know, he's got the talent to back it up though as well. Yeah. And I think we're seeing that more and more now, aren't we? Whereas, you know, a year and a half, 2 years ago, there were question marks over whether he actually had the technical ability to succeed at this level.
I think he still needs to push on in that regard.
He does. Look, you know, the
goals and assists.
Too right, but I think at the start of this season, you did see him bombing on a little bit more. The formation obviously changed against Aston Villa, and he was sat a lot further back, so he didn't get forward. So I heard a couple of people and saw a couple in the comments of the YouTube videos is that he's not getting forward enough again. It's like, well, the formation did change, so I don't think that's fair to aim in this game.
Yeah, no, absolutely, completely. But I think, again, let us know your thoughts on that. I know Chris has done a separate video on it. We've talked about it in length in the special we did on the redmentv.com last week. But let us know your thoughts. Are you happy with the choice of Henderson as vice captain? I think, as we came to the conclusion on the website the other week, was that he's the standout candidate, isn't he? I think you can there's cases to be made for a number of players in and around that team. Some who have captaincy experience. Lallana, I was impressed by how much he talks on the pitch as well. I noticed that in the second half against Villa, when he came within line of sight of the cop because he was fucking miles away in the first half. Could have been talking like I say the fucking spec, but he was bollocking people and telling them where to be in the lines, and you know that's actually good to see. But I think, as you say, for the work rate he put in, he's obviously been at the club, he's established, and he's sort for me, and you said it as well, he's become like an integral part of Rodgers' Liverpool, hasn't he? So he does make sense for the role.
He does, yeah. You know, Rodgers puts a lot of faith in him as well, doesn't he? It's not just he plays him every game. You see every single game when Rodgers needs to make a substitution or change things tactically, he pulls Henderson over. And, you know, we joke about it, don't we?
Because he's got the legs to make those extra
sprints. He's the only
sprints.
one that's got the legs to do that. But there's a reason he trusts him.
Yeah.
And he understands that, you know, I used to manage a restaurant. Now,
does he understand that?
No, sorry. I used to manage a restaurant. There would be people that I didn't bother speaking to.
Yeah.
And there would be people that I know in 3 sentences I can get my idea across, so I'd just go to them. Like, it's exactly the same, I'd imagine, for Rodgers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Great one here. It was like 70 by Matthew Scott, 70% of the earth is covered water, the rest by Jordan Henderson. An oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, it's on t-shirts. I've seen t-shirts.
Is it? Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if he covered the whole of that t-shirt as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yeah. Yeah, do keep your comments coming in. Wow, we've got loads, that's fucking brilliant. John Lennon again, Hendo's perfect for vice captain, no one deserves it more. Luke Barnes says, Hendo for vice captain! Sid Cannon says, defo happy with Hendo, but Captain Madface might not be. Yeah, scale's a weird one for that, isn't it? I think again, you just got to look at, a few people have said this on Twitter and what have you, how our title challenge basically disintegrated the second that Jordan Henderson got sent off and got suspended, like, you know what I mean? 'Cause, and he is just that. He's the. I always said, because it annoys me. We've seen it with like England, right? Gerrard was consistently overlooked for the captaincy, no matter who came in charge. He used to do my fucking head in constantly, but it was basically because the managers refuse to guarantee him his place in where his best position in the starting 11. Week in, week out, but I think you've got to have that if you want to be captain material. And I know it's only the vice captain, so it's quite a token gesture in some respects, isn't it? But you know, you want your captains to be the people who are there every single week, who are communicating your ideas on the pitch.
You do, yeah. Look, we talked about it, didn't we, in the run up to him becoming vice captain? Is that could it be someone like Lucas Leiva or Kolo Touré because the experience?
And it would have 2 years ago. It would have been Lucas Leiva.
It would have been, but you know, now, yes, he's a great figure around the club and stuff, but Rodgers needs to have someone on the pitch who he can tell his ideas to, and Jordan Henderson fits that bill, doesn't he? Listen, we've got someone at the Bex. I'm in Cape Town, bit dangerous at night here. If the internet is crap, I'm going to run to the pub. I can't miss our return to Champions League.
Please take care. Please do take care. Yeah, let us know. I'm interested to know actually how excited are you for this game. I want you to sum up in
10.
one sentence. Yeah, well, that,
no scale.
There is no
just
scale.
10.
10 is the most anything. How much do you want an accelerated pair with green lights up the side like a Knight Rider?
10.
Yeah. That's where it comes from. Anyway, let me know in one sentence and one sentence only how excited you are for the Champions League to come back tonight. Let me know in the comments next to the video on the YouTube channel, and if you want to, you can use the whole 140 characters on Twitter if you want to tweet at the Redmen TV. Yeah, AGS shades as we're gonna win the league. Shh, keep that down. Well, I good to see Aston Villa fans singing that at the weekend. You've got to be careful with that. Trust me.
Trust me as well.
Trust me, you've got to be careful.
Still getting retweets.
You've got to be careful. What's the blonde guy's name? Next comment, Chris. I saw him on Match Today. The blonde guy, that's He-Man. Brilliant. I got asked the question actually because I'll put this to you because obviously we still don't know the team news just yet. Someone asked me the timing of the Henderson vice captain announcement. Do you think that suggests that Gerrard might not be starting the game tonight?
I don't know. I honestly don't
Speculate know. For me, Chris.
It could have happened before Aston Villa if it was decided, and it still wouldn't have meant exactly the same thing, didn't it? I don't think it made any difference whether he was made vice captain yesterday or on Friday if Gerrard is not in Rodgers' plans.
But it's an interesting one that it could have come. Why wait? Why wait till after?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like I'm not even willing to speculate.
You fucking bore. Anyway, welcome,
Yes, Paul.
welcome,
Yes.
welcome who've just joined us. Pre-match live. Welcome to Redmen TV. As mentioned, the most hated YouTube channel amongst 12 to 15-year-olds in North Liverpool. We've already discussed our excitement. We want to know your level of excitement for this game. Either tweet at the Redmen TV, the full 140 characters if you wish. How excited are you for the game? Or let me know in the side comments. One sentence only in the side comments on the YouTube video. I personally think, going back to that question, because I wouldn't be surprised if Gerrard doesn't start tonight, because we just don't need him in that game. I just don't think we do. I mean, or we should. Allow me to rephrase that. We shouldn't need him. And the simple fact of the matter is, he's not a spring chicken anymore. You can't expect him to play 4 games in 2 weeks. No. And I think the decision's got to be made what games you want to play him for. So he's playing in either this game or West Ham. I think he's going to play in one of them, and I don't think he'll play him. I don't think he should, because this is the perfect opportunity to actually try things without Gerrard, without him being injured, because I think we've got to build up a game.
I think we saw from Henderson's performance on Saturday that he's not someone that I first thought could take Gerrard's position in the team, but watching him spray those balls around against Villa, you're thinking to yourself, he's actually ready-made for that, because he's got the legs to can get byline to byline, as well as the passing to go 40 yards cross field and stuff, and he was impressive in that, and I think maybe that had more to do with it than the vice captaincy. Having a look at Henderson in that and seeing whether he could do that, don't know. But I reckon that could be the reason. I think you're right though. I think he's waiting. I think in 2 weeks is crazy.
I actually think Henderson's wasted that deep, to be fair, but it depends on the. I think how quickly we can get Adam Lallana up to speed will count for a lot, because if you look at the diamond, I want to see what Lallana can do playing as one of the middle two of that diamond. You know what I mean? Whereas last season it was like Henderson and Allen with those two, with Gerrard sitting behind. I'd be quite interested to see maybe whether it is Henderson playing in the deeper or whether it's Allen playing in the deeper. Can Lallana offer more of an attacking threat in those positions? Because I like the energy and the work rate of Henderson and Allen there, just not enough of a goal threat to add on top of that. Whereas Lallana could bring that. And although I think in the first half he struggled with it a little bit, probably due to fitness, he's used to pressing. He's used to that type of game. That's what Southampton were fucking relentless, weren't they? You know, at pressing in the final third and whatever, so and pressing all around the park in general. So I think he could be a good fit. But equally, I wouldn't mind seeing him playing the 10, and then maybe Allen plays in the DM. Options.
Yeah, it's great. That's what we've got in our squad now, isn't it? I mean, I don't know whether Henderson's as good as maybe Lallana going forward, so find the place in the team from a bit further back's fine with me, to be honest with you.
Comment here, from Peter Thompson. Again, I presume not former Liverpool forward, Scouse legend Peter Thompson, but just love Rossiter. Interesting again that he's been with the squad, training, going on, doing the warm-ups and that kind of stuff, and being involved with the matchday squad. Says he's got a big future at the club, and I've seen him a couple of times. He looked good coming on in pre-season against Preston. I was quite impressed by him, and I know that he's been doing that for the under-21s as well, playing in that position. He still looks very lightweight. He's a kid still. You know,
we saw him, didn't he? He was warming up, wasn't he, at Villa, and then disappeared, never came on the bench.
Yeah, but he's such a tidy footballer that I think I'd like to think, hopefully, that he's being shaped for that position there, because you'd love that, wouldn't you? You know, just a young Scouse talent to come in and make that position his own. You know, when you look at, like, we've come close over the years. You know, like John Welsh never quite made it that sort of level. Darren Potter never quite made it that level, and Danny Guthrie the same, and then Jay Spearman as well. It'd be great to see if Rossiter can actually step up. Okay,
we've got a good one here, mate.
Go on.
James Dewberry. I'm as excited as a Man United fan after a win against a mediocre Premier League side. Come on, Reds. Very excited then.
Yeah, they're gonna win the league because they beat... I've not really thought about that.
Paul Smith, I'm so excited I could crush a grape.
Fucking do it. Go for it. Do it, vine it, send it in at the Redmen TV, please. Moo Bacher asks, do they read the comments here on YouTube?
And we're doing Twitter as well. Flambeau FIFA. I've had a boner for the last 2 hours now, and photos of me nana's not removed this. It's clear Champions League is back. Send us the photos, then.
No. Have you not? I was nan.
Not of his boner. Fucking hell, mate. You have to ask.
gotta be careful. Like, I'm just clarifying for the viewers at home.
If we get both now, I'm blaming you. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Do you want to swap actually? Do you want to take the Twitter account just in case they pop through?
Yeah, no, you keep hold of that for now. I'll probably disconnect my account for the next few hours just on the off chance.
Tom, what was that website you were telling me about before?
Anyway,
you need to go to lemonparty.org after this.
Egg Clan Xbox, love Hendo, boss player works hard, perfect to replace Gerard Lanty. Like I say, look, I've said this time and time again. If he steps up this season, this is I think this could be potentially his breakthrough season. And if he does, and if he can get to like 10 goals this season, 10, that's boss. And if it's an upward progression, because ultimately I want to see Jordan Henderson getting 15 a season. I think that should be his. But I mean, if he's going to play DM, then that's going to be tough. Difficult unless he starts unless he continues taking the free kicks, like continues practicing anyway. Maybe, but I think that's what I want to see from him. If he's going to play further up the pitch with that drive and that energy, I think back to the goal he scored against Notts County, was it, like in the League Cup last season, where he just burst through the middle, knocked it round the defender, and just powered round him into the box, and he did that like it's Michael Johnson fucking piston pump and run, and was fucking boss. Like, so yeah, we want to see that happen a load more. To be fair, okay. I actually want to know from people. Obviously, we still want to know in one sentence, how excited are you? Sorry, just someone just said stop getting bonus. That's fine.
We can't look, Mike. Big fat stonking 10, had solid wood all day. I'm going to splurge all over the shop when that music comes on. Come on, you.
The champions! Yeah, absolutely.
The sprinklers are on! It's not even what?
Yeah. People saying we should be streaming via Twitch. People are never happy, are they?
What? Streaming via
Twitch
is purely gaming.
Exactamundo. Thank you, Tom. Twitch is purely gaming. We can sit here and play the fucking FIFA demo if you want. If there's an audience for it, we'll do it. I've got it on the PS4. Like,
Flambeau's come back. This is the one with his photos and his nan. Tell you what, if we thump Ludo tonight, then I'll send you these boner photos free of charge.
I don't not want us to win. Can we just fucking just swerve this right now, please? That'd be great. Walter White is excited like Wayne Rooney eating a kebab. Yeah.
That's fucking excited, that mate.
That is pretty exciting. Hayder says he's got 99 problems, but a boner ain't one. Is that because a boner's not a problem? Because if you haven't got one, is that if you've got erectile dysfunction problems, that's something you can get help for. Ask Pele. It's an old joke. Right, I want to know then, but who do you think, if Liverpool play a diamond, because everyone's been clamouring for Liverpool to play the diamond, go back to that formation, two up top, who's your midfield for tonight? Let us know, who's your midfield for, who's anchoring, who are the two in front, and who's at the tip of the diamond. I want that now in the comments, alongside our tweet at the Redmen TV, if you'd be so kind. Mubacher again actually says, do you think starting Mario and Ricky would work tonight? I do. I really think that... I think Mario needs someone with him. I think he needs a partner.
I agree with that, but I also think that Mario Balotelli is more about holding the ball up than people think. And Ricky Lambert's not the person to get in behind and stuff either. So I think actually Mario Balotelli's probably better with someone like Sturridge who can run in behind. As a two. He
plays more of like the 9.5 and that kind of role, like, which Ricky Lambert does, I suppose. Yeah, but I think it's one of those things, isn't it? It's like saying, well, if he's there, then Lambert will have to do the running in. Well, it should be just the other way. You just say, no, fucking Mario, you're doing the running in behind. Because I haven't seen it. But someone asked me the question, is Balotelli fast? Because I think I remember him being fast from like his City days. But I've not seen enough of him as a Liverpool player to be able to test that theory or not. Because, you know, if he's got a bit of pace on him, then he's clearly going to be faster than Lambert, isn't he? So, you know, someone's going to have to take one for the team in this regard. Hopefully Ludogorets decides to play a bit of footy. I know they were saying, Cosmo and Motti was saying in the build-up that they play good football, they like to play good football, they'll play their brand of football and they're going to see what happens. And I still have concerns at this stage of the sort of fluidity of the team, of teams parking the bus against us. I don't think we've quite clicked yet. I think you need to be firing on all cylinders. Everything needs to be working perfectly if you're going to beat teams who play like that.
I think the other thing, I'd actually quite like to see Sterling up top with Balotelli. I think that's the front two that would excite me most. Yeah. Which is crazy because I've never seen Sterling play up top, but we've got so many options in the midfield that he's almost surplus to requirements there.
Tato Castle, he'll snort shit particles if we win 6-0 tonight.
You're on your own there, lad.
That's one of those, isn't it? 5-0, get a fucking corner late on.
And he's praying.
The fucking ball arcs into the box. Lovren gets up like a fresh salmon out of water and connects, and the fucking clenching that's going to be going on in that living room right there and then. Okay, mad bullshit.
Well, we've got one Bex, Gerrard, Hendo, Lallana, Coutinho was the 10, Sterling and Ballo up front. Oh, there you go. Another one. Shout for Sterling and Ballo.
Matt Bird, Henderson, Allen, Lallana, Sterling, midfield 4, rest Gerrard. Yeah, interesting show. Shafi Islam, Gerrard, Anke, Hendo and Lallana left, right, Sterling, tip of the diamond. It's again the beauty part of this is I'd be happy with all of these suggestions. I don't have a problem with any of them per se. My only maybe slight concern is that I don't really want to see Henderson that deep. But if it's a case of you need.
If Rodgers and Gerrard and Henderson plays deep, is that okay with you?
Yeah, because it's, you know what, thinking about it is that if Rodgers really likes what Gerrard brings to that position, and that's his passing and the long passing ability, then I'm not sure we've got anyone else who can do that. Maybe Allen.
I think Allen's there, but he hasn't got the long passing.
Yeah.
That's where he's lacking there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough, isn't it? Because do the fullbacks just stay back an extra 10 yards to make it doable?
Yeah.
Because, you know, against Villa, they were like, at times, the furthest players forward. And it was a bit crazy at times.
But that's how, good, isn't it? Because that's what it's meant to be like.
But it shouldn't be our only way to attack.
No.
You know, we tried too much through the centre, I thought, against Villa.
Yeah.
And it left our only viable option, because it was so congested and crowded, to go down our fullbacks. And ultimately, they're fullbacks. They might be really good fullbacks, but they shouldn't be our only attacking options. Yeah,
it's one of them, isn't it? I think if the link up between Markovic and Lallana and Markovic and Balotelli and everyone had just been a little bit better practiced, I don't think it was as much of an issue. Because, as you say, what you should have, you predominantly go through the middle, because that's where your real ball playing talent is, and then you're supplemented by the basically the pushed up fullbacks as well, and that's the whole fucking package, isn't it? And if it works, it's going to look absolutely scintillating. But right now, I'm pleased that the fullbacks is working, because still one or two little mistakes, which I think is to be expected, because they're both young lads. But I think the benefits of them so far outweigh anything that we've had in those positions in the last couple of years.
Totally. Like, I just don't know. I thought against Villa that the three behind the forward, or sorry, the two behind the forward, or whatever it was, were just too central. You know, they gave the fullbacks too much room to work in, and as such, it just congested the up top a little bit too much. Right, Johan P will smash them. Sterling will shit all over them by himself. Just play 9-0-1 with Sterling up front. Confident. I like it.
No pressure on little Raheem. AJ say, what? Question for Paul and Chris. This is Brendan's first game in the Champions League. How do you think he will do in progression of the competition compared to the Prem? I've got genuinely no idea. I've got no idea how this Champions League campaign is going to go down. I had a fear, and we discussed this at the end of last season, I had a fear that we were going to come into the Champions League and get just battered everywhere, because we've seen what's happened to Man City in the last few years. You know, they've got good attacking players, they've got a great brand of football, and they get on the European stage and they just get shit on by all and sundry. And I wonder whether Rodgers has it in his locker to play take a more pragmatic approach to the European game. So it's going to be a big learning curve. I think group-wise, I think we're positioned quite well with the teams we've got in the group to get out of the group. We'll see how well that lasts once we get to the knockouts, because that's a real test of team and management ability, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah. Look, the two-legged games are just a real tactical battle, and there's no two ways about that, is there? And I think every Liverpool fan, deep down, wonders whether Rodgers has got that in him.
But this is the whole thing about Liverpool in general. Since FSG took over, since Brendan Rodgers came in, everything's a big question mark, and we're putting a lot of it on faith. And I've always been that way, you know. I like to believe the best in Liverpool, and you know, I always think it's going to work out. I always think we're going to win the league every season, whether it's fucking going to happen or not. But as you say, there's a certain percentage of people out there, I think, who, and I suppose it's hard to maintain that, because with no proven track record, it is blind faith that we're basing
It is, but, you know, we've seen enough from Rodgers to know that he learns from his mistakes. You know, over the last 2 seasons, I don't think he's really made the same mistake twice. You know, there's been times where he's made bad mistakes, and we've all called him on it. Every single Liverpool fan's called him on it, but he learns from it and he changes it the next time.
Yeah.
And that's something that gives you confidence, because you know, yeah, look, if we go into the Champions League and this season it doesn't quite work out for us, next year he'll be a better manager for it.
Yeah.
And that's what ultimately comes down to. Can I just go back onto Flembo FIFA, because he's hitting on me now? Chris, you saucy minx, I know you want these nudes. Give the camera a cheeky wink if you're down.
No. Interesting though, I didn't realise this. I'd forgotten about this, that Markovic is suspended for tonight, isn't he? Because he got sent off in the semis of the Europa League last season.
Final, didn't he?
For scrapping on the touchline, as you do. Good.
Did I tell you I saw him in Sports Direct?
No, why don't you tell the people at home?
I saw him in Sports Direct in Speak the other day. He was buying a cheap arse footy, a basketball, a table tennis table and some rackets, a dartboard and something else. I'm looking at him and think, that's fucking cool, like, but the footy was proper shit. And you're
like,
one
of the £3 sports that
yeah, it was the
like
shittest case ever, like, unless he was like buying it to boot at people. I've got no idea what he was doing.
He said, yeah, you go, oh wow, maybe setting something up at his house. No, he's probably going to the roof of his house and booting them at like fucking local kids or something like that, like just to occupy himself, but giving the darts to Balotelli. You know what I mean?
Just mad to see him in Sports Direct, like, I was like, yes. And to buy some cheap tabs, like.
Yeah. Okay, how do you think all your raging hard-ons will cope when Charles hits the screens? Yeah, that's a fucking boner ender right there, isn't it? As Sam Coyne then follows up, it'll turn floppier than Margaret Thatcher's tits.
Conic Rose, I'm excited there's Rooney in an old people's home.
Clever. Old school Rooney granny jokes, that's what we want, innit? Next quick force, would you suck off Balotelli for him to score a hat-trick and for us to win tonight?
It's not a quick fire round, fucking hell.
No. Madrid, Bernabeu, yes. Someone said fucking, actually, Stretty News, the Man United fan channel, tweeted this morning, because I'd said I was buzzing for the Champions League to be back, I couldn't wait, and he just come back, Ludogorets Razgrad at home. I was like, yeah, but if you were stuck in a cave for 5 years, the first sex you have after you come out of that cave is fucking amazing. Doesn't matter who it's with, more or less. Like, you mean, it looks fucking irregardless. You're pretty much having a good time. Like, I mean, that's how I can only explain it, is that we've been so bereft of Champions League football, that just seeing the whole
as a person who's gone through a pretty long dry patch, and it's like, I can vouch for that ball. post baby weight, like, yeah. Right, we're gonna wrap up there. We're gonna head over to Anfield in a minute to get ready for this game. We're gonna get a pint or two in. Thanks very much for watching. If you tuned in late or you're watching this not live, good on you, thanks very much. Don't forget to click like of the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. And if you're from North Liverpool, if you're aged between 12 and 15 and you think we're cunts, then please by all means continue sending us pleasant messages on at the Redmen TV, because they're fucking hilarious. Anyway, Paul Machin, that's Chris Pajak. It is.
And we're going to sign off. Ta-ra.